I think you're one of the best.
Spank him.
Speaking
That's
of,
what I was visualizing, just spanking him.
is that what you were visualizing? Yeah.
Like just on his bare ass with my hand. To his ass welts. But next time, oh, that next time, buddy, you won't have a next time. I'm finishing you. You will never box again if we fight again, and you know that. And I have vowed to that. If we fight again, you will never box again. I promise you that.
But
yo, I'm not laughing at the fact of everything that Ryan Garcia just said to Devin the Dream Haney, but why did Mike Coppinger react like that when Ryan Garcia turned at him after sending retirement threats to Devin Haney? Mike Coppinger said, excited.
I promise you that.
But look.
Damn, Mike Coppinger, you overdid it, bro. Yo, what an interview we just witnessed right now, my people. I want to talk about a couple things in this. First of all, absolute disrespect to Devin Haney. Sending absolute disrespectful comments to Devin the Dream Haney. Saying he is going to retire Devin Haney. But does not say that that is going to be his next fight. Not only does he absolutely go off on Devin the Dream Haney, he talks about Shakur Stevenson and says, after the Mario Barrios fight, I've already talked to Shakur Stevenson. He agreed to fight at 144 pounds, a catch weight, not at 147, at 144, but with no rehydration clause involved. And says Shakur Stevenson said yes. Says after this Barrios fight, I'm heading to Shakur Stevenson.
He's gonna be there though, but that's who I want to fight. I want to go from Barrios to Shakur.
Oh, like straight to it.
Yeah.
What, 47?
44.
You're making 44.
I'll make a whole division called 44. Me and Shakur.
44.
He said he'd do it.
No rehydration. No.
Yeah.
Says Shakur Stevenson knows that I'm a way different fighter than Teofimo Lopez. I'm a way different fighter. I got the same speed as Shakur Stevenson. Almost saying he got the same skills. Saying, you ain't just going to be able to use that jab against me. You're going to have to involve the left hook and everything else because I'm a whole different monster, says Ryan Garcia.
I'm not one of those fighters that don't have a quick eye. He knows that my eye is quick. He like I have that same eye twitch that Shakur has. I do. He knows it. We fought in the amateurs. I beat you. Don't even play around. You know I did. They robbed me because of, you know, your coach was doing something with that girl at the USA Boxing. Don't think I don't know that. I know the shit.
Also brings up Teofimo Lopez's dad and the game plan. Teofimo Lopez said they had no game plan. And he could blame that on his father, said Ryan Garcia. His father is the reason why Teofimo Lopez lost that fight.
I agree.
Because I think that Teofimo's not as arrogant as his father.
No.
But I think his father confuses him because if you look at the fight, that's not how you fight Shakur in any way. Like
now, Ryan Garcia had a lot of things to say for Devin the Dream Haney, for Shakur Stevenson, which is absolutely breaking news. So we know Shakur Stevenson wants this fight as well. We were hoping it was going to be Devin the Dream Haney. Devin the Dream Haney publicly on Twitter said he ain't fighting Ryan Garcia. He don't want to do it, you know, following the VADA breaking news, whether that's true or not. Devin Haney says, yo, if this guy's not getting tested by VADA, I ain't fighting this dude, which completely makes sense. Now, Ryan Garcia says the reason why he lost that Rolly Romero fight, the reason why he walked into the ring, the reason why leading up to that fight, he wasn't looking, you know, excited, happy, ready to get in that ring and show Times Scorecard what he was about. You know, after the fight, he also talked about how the people who were at the event, you know, it being in the middle of Times Square, it just didn't feel like a real boxing event. You know, it didn't give him that vibe. And now it's saying that when he found out about fighting Rolly Romero prior to being suspended for a year after the Devin the Dream Haney situation, Austrian, all that, went on a complete bad way in life.
During that suspension, I was drinking and partying and doing whatever I want for all the way through until they told me that I had to fight. My instincts told me not to. My body wasn't well, you know. It had a lot of toxins in it, as you could imagine. A lot of stupid shit I did. But you know, when you have a lot of people in your ear and people are telling you can make $5 million, it's an easy fight, and you know, but you know internally that it's not the right decision.
He was also making comments, if you don't remember, he was making comments about certain cultures. The WBC decided to freaking suspend this guy, right? They decided to ban him. Now, Ryan Garcia says he went into that fight with toxins in his body, was filled with alcohol. That whole time during suspension was drinking, was smoking, was doing things outside the ring. He had to lose 30 pounds when he found out about the fight. And didn't even know himself, doubted himself every day. The week prior to the fight, every single day in training camp, he said during this interview with my commentator that he knew he was not 100% going in there against Rolly Romero, and that things were going to be absolutely difficult for him to climb, like a hill to climb. Had to lose 30 pounds, mentally wasn't right, filled with toxins, is the reason why he said he looked like that against Rolly Romero. Now, as much as they sound like excuses, it could be true, whether or not you want to believe this. It could be true, as Ryan Garcia claims now. And by the way, Ryan Garcia looked pretty sucked up to me. I ain't gonna lie. His father was just on an interview talking about how he's 151 pounds 2 weeks prior to the event with Mario Barrios taking place February 21st, next Saturday. And says he's in phenomenal shape, that he's going to be able to make the 147 pretty easy, which we all do, we all know. But his face looks pretty sucked in. He is looking pretty sucked in, and we're not even a week away yet from the weigh-in. So I'm going to be very interested to see how he's looking on the day of the weigh-in and see how much his body has really grown over this last time, especially, you know, working out and getting up, fighting at the 147-pound weight class. His father did say that they believe they can make the 140-pound weight class with Shakur Stevenson. Now we know it's going to be at 144. So at the same time, maybe it's just the way Ryan Garcia looks. Maybe if you don't want to be suspicious and say, oh, he looks skinnier, he always looks like that, then maybe you can say that. But personally, I think Ryan Garcia is looking a little sucked up. Now, he says, going into this fight, this training camp is completely different than the ones that he had against Rolly Romero. Completely different. That, with the Devin the Dream Haney fight, he went in there drinking and smoking and being, you know, this absolutely ridiculous guy. He beats Devin Haney. Of course, it ended up getting overturned to a no contest. But going in there against Rolly Romero, he thought he could do the same thing. It didn't end up working out for him, and understands now that he can't have none of those toxins, none of that alcohol, none of those drugs, whatever he was doing inside of his system, and says, going into this fight with Mario Barrios, I'm a completely different fighter. I'm way healthier, way healthier. Mike complimented him and said, I noticed a difference. I noticed a difference because I interviewed you prior to the Rolly Romero fight, and I'm interviewing you now, and there's a complete different look to you.
Definitely look way different to me. Like, I remember I was in camp with you and La Jolla, right, before the Rolly fight, like a month out, and yeah. I think the difference right now between then is like night and day, right?
And I talked about this a lot when we go live on TikTok or, you know, in my videos talking about Ryan Garcia and Mario Barrios stat. This might be just the best Ryan Garcia that we have seen in a long time. I honestly believe that. But we do know and understand that a lot of boxers always say good things about themselves before they go into their fights. Every single time. There's just something that tells me that Ryan Garcia is being truthful when it comes to being mental clarity, a better mindset going into this fight with Mario Barrios. Whether or not you want to believe that, that's up to you. Whether or not you want to believe some of the excuses that he made up, some of the reasons why he made up, or why he lost to Rolly Romero, that's up to you. But the prediction that Ryan Garcia just made, saying he's going to knock out Mario Barrios, either in the 8th, 9th, or 10th round, it ain't going to the 11th or 12th, says Ryan Garcia.
Give us a prediction. What's going to happen?
A prediction? Man. 8, 9, 10.
8, all right.
8, 9, 10.
I think that sounds. I'm going around 8.
I like that. 8, 9, 10.
My goodness. The way he was shaking as he was answering that. There's fire in this kid, man. There's fire in this kid, and I can see it. Let me know what you guys think about the whole interview. Shakur Stevenson, Ryan Garcia seems like that's a very, very possibility for the next fight. Ryan Garcia sending retirement threats to Devin the Dream Haney. Ryan Garcia talking about Teofimo Lopez's dad. Ryan Garcia talking about his own life and his predictions going into this fight. Will this be the best Ryan Garcia we ever seen? Let me know in the comments, my people. I'm out.